My brothers and sisters, my conservative brothers and sisters, I just want to appeal to you. I understand that California and New York, these blue pits of hell, have caused you to expel, take your families, uproot and leave. These states have been bleeding taxpayers. They're losing billionaires. But I would like to appeal to you conservatives out there with the means and the ability to move back, to move industry and jobs into these states, to move red voters into these states. They may have been terribly ruined by policy through homelessness and drugs and needles, but these things are recallable and removable, reformable, and we can do a transition from blue to red. And I would like to urge you, my American brothers and sisters, this November, not just to vote for Donald Trump, but to vote against globalism. We need to ensure that our children still have these bountiful resources, not sell them off to foreign countries like China and Russia. We need to not expel those who would stand and fight because they're tired of being taxed. We need to stand and fight and refuse to pay the taxes. I would like to appeal to you, my American brothers and sisters, with red, white, and blue skin. I would like you to unify, not behind a particular party, but behind a particular path and a common goal. We want to keep this country, and we want to keep it free. We have to do that together. So no matter who you vote for on November 3rd for president, please start to vote for Americans every time you vote. Consider what is the best option for your children. Obviously, we can't turn every blue state red overnight, but if you would like to make a difference, you can start by sharing this video with someone in the silent majority who's being suppressed on YouTube and might not have been given this perspective. You can also subscribe and check out some of the other content and share it to some friends and give them a good triggering. I just like to thank you, my American brothers and sisters, for taking the time to consider this message. God bless you, and God bless Donald Trump. You know, I think it takes great personal development to grow into conservatism. Being liberal or liberal-minded is much easier. You're told what to believe, told what to say, what to think, and you do it. It's much easier that way. You're a lot less vulnerable. You don't have to put yourself out there. And the powers that be, especially the media powers that be, generally endorse those ideologies, which make it less contentious to hold them. I think it takes great personal development to grow to conservatism, and it takes a great amount of historical insight to understand the differences between the two. First off, to appreciate the Constitution, I'd hope that you've read it. And then secondly, to conserve it, you must understand it. So by its very nature, to be a constitutionalist or to be a conservative of the Constitution already entails that you know what the country's rights are and you want to uphold them and keep them going unabated, unmodified. It takes a little bit of forethought. It took a hell of a lot from our forefathers to design the system. And lately, the idea of dismantling it has been ubiquitously disseminated to liberals. They've tried to hijack the millennial and Zoomer generation. To their dismay, I think most of that generation is just wholeheartedly rebelled and finds no interest in joining politics. Luckily, most of the Zoomers they're trying to brainwash aren't quite legally ready to vote. But we see the push. The Democrats don't want to control our election, as they led us to believe with all of the Russian interference. If they did, then they would also maintain, like conservatives, that we should be guarding our election. Every single vote cast should be carefully monitored. The identity should be known, verified. It should be a citizen. The Democrats don't want that. That should be a telltale sign that they don't actually want election stability, that they don't want election integrity, that they don't have American interests at heart. What do they have at heart if they're not American? What interests are they trying to activate if they are not American? I leave these questions for you in the comments. Let me know what you think down below. If you haven't already taken the leap and walked away, I hope that this video plants at least one small seed in your mind. Take the leap. Vote red. You won't regret it. Not like the mainstream media is trying to make it out that you will. How they're trying to line you out to be that silent majority and silence your opinion. Be proud, be loud, and don't flee. Take our country back. Not by force, but by vote. We need to unify. American strong, not America divided. With that, we'll see you at the next Triggered Newscast.